Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Today's Thursday, and it means that we have our AMA. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and values community members, welcome to today's AMA session. We are thrilled to bring together two innovative powerhouses in the real arms of AI and blockchain, Griffin AI and Matchain. I am Anastasia, and I will be your host for this insightful discussion. I am CMO of Matchain, so happy to make a new AMA with all of you guys. So today we have the pleasure of speaking with Colin from Griffin AI and Jessie from Matchain, and our focus will be on exploring the synergies between AI and blockchain, delving into real-world applications, and discussing the future prospects and challenges in this dynamic intersection. And as usual, we have an airdrop. So if you want to get extra match points in our mini app in Telegram, so participate in the AMA and take a screenshot of your attendance. Post that screenshot in comments along with your Match Quest username, and the lucky ones will win the airdrop. So please do that. And to kick things off, let's get to know our guests a little better. So, Colin, could you start by giving us an overview of Griffin AI and its mission in the AI and the blockchain space, and a little bit more about your background?
Sure, absolutely. Thanks so much for having me. Hi, everyone. My name is Colin Fitzpatrick. I'm Irish. I'm from Dublin, but I live in Dubai. My background is I've got 20 years working in big tech companies like Oracle, Salesforce, HubSpot, Dell, etc. But I've been in crypto quite a long time, since about 2017 and that wonderful bull run. In about 2020, I started my own project, founded a blockchain project in the NFT and metaverse space. We were doing concerts in the metaverse during that crazy run up. Worked with Snoop Dogg, Alicia Keys, Robin Thicke, a few others. And then since then, I've been quite deep in AI. I'm a total AI nerd. Please do follow me on LinkedIn. I post pretty much daily about everything that's going on in AI. Worked on a couple of projects, built a digital human, like a conversational 3D avatar for brands to use as a SaaS solution for their customer support and tech support, etc. And a little while ago, I met my founders in Griffin AI, and I really love what they were doing because they were blending my two passions of Web3 and then AI, and very specifically AI agents. And yeah, that's basically what Griffin is. We are a platform, we are a network for developers to build, host, and monetize AI agents in Web3. So we're completely dedicated to Web3, unlike most of the other sort of AI agent projects out there. And we are bringing the magic of AI agents into wallets, dApps, and DEXs. And just in case anyone doesn't really understand what an agent is, which honestly very few do, they're autonomous pieces of software that can operate independently. They can go off, they can complete tasks, they can use tools, and they can complete goal-oriented tasks, which means they can go off and do multi-step and come back to you when it's finished. They can reason, they can problem solve to a very small degree right now, but that is increasing. And we're going to bring that to Web3. So we have a marketplace, and developers are going to build agents for absolutely anything that you can think of. We enable our AI agents to work on chain by giving them an identity, a reputation and rating system so you know you can trust them, and a wallet so that they can transact. And what we've done is we've built a couple of agents as an example of what can be done. And what we really want to focus on at the beginning is tackling DeFi complexity, because I'm sure everyone on this call has had some nightmares around DeFi and has experienced the crazy learning curve that you have to go through to be doing token swaps and using dexes and buying strange coins and how difficult it is. Well, we're simplifying that by we've created what is essentially I like to call ChatGPT for your wallet. And it really is that. You log into our website, you connect your wallet, you can query the blockchain, you can ask questions about past transactions, but it'll also generate research reports. You can research on your crypto, you can get advice on investment opportunities, it will manage your risk. But the main thing is it's a transactional and it'll actually make the transactions for you. So you can tell it to send money to Steve, you can tell it to swap a token, you can bridge, which can be very daunting for new users. And then we're doing things like staking, loans, and basically anything that's being done on chain we can do. So that's what we're doing. We're bringing that to multiple wallets, multiple blockchains, dexes, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I met the wonderful team of Matchain when I was at Proof of Talk in Paris, and I think we've got a lot of synergies. So yeah, thanks for having me on board.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Colin.
Colin.
Thank you. It's fascinating to hear about Griffin AI's vision, and yeah, it's really cool that you're really breaking like groundbreaking technologies working together and like bringing unique advantages. Thank you very much. And right now shifting the focus to matching. So, Jessie, can you introduce yourself and elaborate on Matchain's vision for integrating AI into its blockchain ecosystem and how it aligns with the broader industry trends?
Yes, absolutely. Hello, everyone. This is Jessie. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer of Matchain. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you so much, Colin, for being on this space today with us. So basically, what Matchain is we're a decentralized AI blockchain securing data and identity sovereignty. What that means basically is that we really care about giving users the control and ownership over your own data. Currently in the Web2 space, there are these large conglomerates like Facebook, Google, Apple. They're all taking our data and using it and selling it. And we, as the user, we don't actually get any visibility into how they're profiting off of our data, and we don't, even get a cent of the profits. Even in the AI training model space, there's a lack of transparency in what type of data is being fed into the models and even how the models are being trained. So, what we did here at Matchain is we built a decentralized identifier, a DID, called the Match ID. And the Match ID is an interoperable, you can think of it as like a universal passport where users can just create one DID. You can bind multiple chain agnostic wallets into it. So you can bind your Solana, like Phantom wallet, your MetaMask, and you get a user dashboard where you see your portfolio. How I envision our collaboration with Griffin AI is to have their AI agent integrated within this portfolio, so that way users can actually, ask your portfolio questions and execute trades and get access to all of those really cool features that Colin was talking about. From the developer standpoint, the DID is an SDK, so we're able to integrate the we're able to integrate the Match ID into projects and create a white label solution for them. And developers also get a dashboard where they see the user analytics and they get a better sense of how to improve the UX UI and the personalization of the user experience. How we use the DID is really interesting. Now, you can think of these DIDs as a universal marker where we can track and uncover the intrinsic connectivity points of users across the entire Web3 ecosystem. So because the DID is interoperable, you can use it across any dApp, across any chain. And when users provide consent to sharing their behavioral data, we use AI for user profiling. So we can tag this guy as a big gamer, for example, because we see that he went on 4 gaming dApps this week. And we'll be able to better recommend him cool projects, cool games that he would actually use. Um, in the back end, we use AI not just to index the on chain transactions and all that data, but we also use AI to aggregate all of this behavioral activity, this behavioral data. So that way we get a better sense and idea of what users are, what dApps users are clicking into, and how people are, I don't know, leaving Polygon and going to Solana dApps. So with this data, we then vectorize it, clean it up, label it, and get it prepared for data marketplaces. So currently, we're partnering with a data marketplace to have users be able to decide to profit off of your own data. And I think that's very valuable because that actually gives users now not just the ownership over their data, but also the control of how they want the data to be sold. So if you want to be able to profit off your data, you can. You can do it on your own. So that's basically what Matchain is and our entire vision and product and strategy. It's been a very fun ride. We're always cooking here, and I like to call Anna and I the Match chefs. And yeah.
I love that, Jessie, because I think we're basically in different ways trying to solve a lot of the same problems. Number one, you guys are trying to make the entire crypto ecosystem more straightforward and simple. I've been saying it for years that everyone in the ecosystem is far too concentrated on the technology, and end users don't care. They care about a better experience and their problems being solved. And what you guys have there is solving a massive problem in the industry. But also, when you were talking about the whole data sovereignty and monetization of it, I don't know whether you've ever seen this, but there's a very famous clip from Dragon's Den, which is like the British Shark Tank. Basically, the best pitch ever done was a guy who came up with a Web 2 way of allowing people to monetize their data instead of being sold like the likes of Facebook, etc. And you guys are doing kind of similar thing in Web 3, and I think that's awesome.
Thank you, guys. No, this is really inspiring vision, Jessie, and I think that the idea that both Griffin AI and Matchain solving a real world problems, we are not creating them out of nowhere. We are living in a completely different world these days, and we have a different challenges, and we need to come up with different solutions because someone should be on the forefront, right? And as I said, every innovation comes with its own set of challenges. And Colin, what are some of the main challenges you've encountered in integrating AI with the blockchain, and how is Griffin AI addressing them? So you already talked a bit about that, so we can go deeper.
Um, yeah, I mean, if I can maybe, it might help to tell the backstory of this. My founders have been running a fully regulated and licensed digital assets exchange in Switzerland for many years called Smart Valor. And they saw the future potential of AI agents, and they started to build some for their own exchange, for their users to help with various things like onboarding and transactions. And what they realized quite quickly is that to make AI agents work on chain, you've got to build a ton of very sophisticated infrastructure to bring AI agents into Web3, and that it was really a much bigger project, and that's how Griffin was born. So there are plenty of AI agents in the Web2 world. I think we've just started to see a few of them coming on. Google has some built into Gmail, so you can actually get an AI agent. In fact, they don't call it that, but it's an agent that can go, right, search through my Gmail and find the quotes for fixing my house and put them all in a spreadsheet, and it'll do that. Apple are bringing them in, inside Siri and things like that. But they're all in walled gardens. These agents are fully controlled, they're fully centralized, and they're being controlled by these bigger companies that sometimes we don't like. We want to bring this to a decentralized environment and have complete control over them and know that we can trust them. So a lot of infrastructure had to be built, and what we have is the ability for any developer to choose how he wants to do it. All of the models are there, whether you want to use, Llama, ChatGPT, Mixtral, etc. You can use all of them, but you can also use any of the data providers, infrastructure providers, etc. So when we bring AI agents on chain, we really upgrade them by making them fully transparent, giving them an identity and a reputation so that we know that can be trusted. And if they're not behaving or something's off, they get thrown off the network. And that's basically what an awful lot of Web3 and decentralization is about. I personally think that in the future, we're going to see an awful lot more of this movement because we're already seeing some pushback against some of the big players and some of the, how do I say, biases in their models, etc. So the challenges that were there were really how do you make an AI agent work in a blockchain environment, but how do you make it take advantage of all the incredible data that's there? And our agents can essentially work on, we're multi-chain, it can reference anything, and then it solves very simple problems that we talked about earlier. I mean, who's gone to Etherscan and is trying to go back through their purchases to transactions and trying to find something? Now you just ask for the answer and it's given to you.
Thank you, Colin. Now, Jessie, so you already answered on a lot of questions from my list, but once again, like Matchain is focusing on decentralized identity. And maybe let's talk, how does this concept integrate with AI applications and what benefits does it bring? And maybe speak about data sovereignty, because it's becoming increasingly important. So how, like, we ensure data privacy and ownership for its users within a blockchain framework?
Yeah, this is a really important question, especially when it comes to privacy and security. These match IDs, we're handling a lot of your information. You're binding basically multiple wallets into just one place. And so we really focused on making sure that we integrated ZK. So we use ZK Pass for these match IDs. And currently we're also playing around with fully homomorphic encryption, or FHE, which is another way so that users will be able to hold an encryption key and basically do transactions and have only the other party hold the other key. So we have been thinking about ways to make sure that we not just use the DIDs for privacy and security, but also ways that we can actually benefit the users with the data that we collect, not collect, but we like index and aggregate using AI. So we actually try to give users full visibility by providing them that dashboard, the user dashboard, so that way you can actually see your own data and you get an understanding of the value of your data. Within that dashboard, there's a score called the POH score, proof of humanity. And what this score represents is the authenticity of the user. So in order to reduce the risks of civil attacks, which are having bots come on chain, we want to make sure that you are a unique human being. So the more that you use your Match ID and the more that you provide consent to sharing your behavioral activity, the higher that score gets. What I think is really cool is that when you do provide consent to sharing your behavioral activity, we are just seeing your behavior, like literally that you have been going on gaming apps. But we make sure to not have any, view or access into the personal information within your ID. So that way it's safer, you feel a little bit more anonymous, but you still, are able to generate that data of showing user activity and behaviors across chains. So I think this is a great solution for both developers and for the users. It makes sure that both sides are able to benefit from the data sovereignty and this match ID. And I'm just really excited to see where all of this goes.
Thank you, Jessie. And just to remind everyone who is participating in this AMA right now that we have airdrop for you guys. So everything you need to do is to make a screenshot of the Twitter space, this exact one, publish it in commentaries here or in our Telegram chat, Matchain fam, with your nickname, and you can have a chance to win some extra match points. And because I think that we touched a community question a bit, and community is crucial for every project because nobody needs a technology which no one uses, right? So, Colin and Jessie, how crucial is community engagement for your respective projects, and what approaches do you use to build and maintain an active community? So maybe Colin, how do you work AI with your community?
So, yeah, I mean, I think everybody at this stage knows that community is the most important thing in any blockchain project. If you want your token to do well, you need a very vibrant community who believes in what you're doing and is standing behind you and then is going out evangelizing. So, we're at the very beginning of our journey. We're running a points program at the moment where it's quite cool, actually. Our community log into our dashboard. They actually get a chance to train the AI models that we're doing by reviewing news articles and choosing their favorites and reviewing some of the AI summaries, etc. And then they will get points, and then we've got NFTs and airdrops and things like that. So that's only the beginning, but we've got a ton of additional stuff kicking off. I can't announce it because it's actually in the plan to be announced very, very soon. But the other thing that's really important to do is what we're doing right here. What I love about Web3 is that everyone is out there to be successful together. And I've been reaching out to projects that are very, very similar to us in many ways that could be considered a competitor. But we're like, no, let's figure out ways to work together because everyone's going to get a slice of the pie. We're all going to grow together. And, in this industry, a rising tide lifts all boats. So the engagement of the different communities together so that everyone becomes aware of what we're doing, how we're working together, what it's going to look like when it's all successful, that's what I think is the coolest thing.
I love this mindset of yours. It's definitely like to collaborate and not to compete and really bring the value instead of like killing each other. So this is what every community needs and everyone. Jesse, what maybe we can go slightly behind the scenes what my chain is cooking right now so people can know what they are expecting. Plus, since Colin already started to say what fascinates him in the web3 space, you can also share what excites you the most.
Absolutely. Back to the community question really quickly. I think it's really important that we stay transparent with our community and we keep you guys updated on our progress and what we have planned and what our strategy and vision is. Because we are building this product, we're building the Match ID, we're building Matchain for you guys, for the user. So ultimately, it actually helps us when we are transparent with you guys and we hear your feedback. That way, we are able to fine tune Matchain to be as good of a product as possible, and to really up our user experience and the entire user journey. Um, Anna, to answer your question, right now I'm actually sitting in a hotel lobby in Brussels because there's this huge conference going on called ETHCC. And these last couple of days, I've been seeing a lot of trends pop up. AI, of course, exactly what we're building. So Matchain has been super popular. Trust me, when I say I walk into a room and I say I work for Matchain, people are like, oh, the decentralized AI chain. And I'm like, exactly. So I love to hear that we are starting to become more and more well known. And another trend is FHE, something that I actually just touched on earlier in this space, fully homomorphic encryption. So at Matchain, we've actually been playing around with FHE since, I want to say since like February. It's been a couple of months now, and it wasn't until these last couple of days that the rest of the Web3 community and developers have really started to caught on and start talking about it, because this is actually a very innovative technology. And if developers are able to figure out how to properly implement it, then it will be huge. I've always thought that FAG in combination with zero knowledge is such a good way to protect user privacy and security. So I'm really excited to see how this plays out, and for Matchain to be one of the pioneering developers who are already starting to integrate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Jessie, for all your responses and for sharing your expertise and excitement with us today. And I think that your insights and thoughts into the intersection of AI and blockchain, the challenges and opportunities for collaboration, as Colin noticed, and the importance of community engagement have provided us with a deeper understanding of the incredible work being done by Griffin AI and Matchain. And I am very excited for us collaborating together. This is really, really awesome. And to our audience, thank you. Community matters, and it all we are doing because of you guys. So thank you for joining us and for your engaging, like for your engagement, for your participations in our airdrops, for all your screenshots. We see everyone. And after the end of this AMA, we will collect all your screenshots and we'll pick the winners. So thank you. Your participation that makes these sessions valuable and vibrant, because we all know each other, like we can have a Google Meet call, but we are doing all this for you also. So we hope you found today's AMA as insightful and inspiring as we did. So please stay connected with us for more exciting updates and future AMAs. Let's go to explore Griffin AI website and socials, Matchain website and socials. Subscribe, follow, learn, research, and ask questions. There are no mistakes, no stupid questions. We are very open to collaboration, to answers, and for everything, everything, everything. So until next time, keep innovating and exploring the endless possibilities within AI and blockchain. And if our guests want to say any closing words, please give a mic to Colin.
Thank you, Anastasia. Yeah, brilliant words there. Love that. Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Really looking forward to getting some great engagement with Matchain and your community. I definitely think there's some amazing synergies, and I really look forward to you guys having our products integrated in to help your community. Please do follow us on socials. Give me a follow on Twitter. My link to my LinkedIn is in my profile, Colin Fitzpatrick. As I said, I write a lot about AI, and I try to educate with and evangelize with some interesting stuff, specifically around agents and where everything is going. And yeah, it was awesome to be part of this. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Colin.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much, Colin. And thank you
Thanks,
guys for
Jessie.
tuning in.
Thank you.
Speak
Thank you,
soon.
Colin. Yeah, thank you, Colin. Thank you, Jessie. Let's see each other everywhere around. And everyone here, have a wonderful day. Okay. So bye bye.
Bye
Till the
bye.
next Thursday. Bye.
Bye, guys.